Hey, so I've owned an electric car for 5.5 years now. I thought it would be a good time to do a proper roundup. I'll cover the running costs, the current battery health after 80,000 miles, which is above the UK average, and the reasons why I decided to go electric in the first place. So back in 2020, there was a massive push in EV adoption. The government announced plans to ban the sale of new petrol and diesel cars by 2030, and there was generous incentives. Grants for buying the car, help towards a home charger, and in Scotland, even an interest-free loan. Public charging was also completely free at the time, so I spent a lot of time at my local charger in the first year or so. Maintenance wise, EVs are simple, there's no engine, far fewer moving parts, and no annual servicing requirement. In over 5 years, I've only serviced the car once to replace the pollen filter. I've never changed the brake pads thanks to regen braking where the motor slows the car down. There was also no road tax for the longest time, although that changed last year. And the main reason I went electric was the fuel savings. I averaged around 12,000 miles per year. I switched to Octopus Energy, and with their EV tariffs, which charges 7 pence per kilowatt hour overnight, that brought my home charging costs to around £30 a month, or roughly 2 pence a mile. For comparison, my old diesel, it cost about 12 pence a mile, 6 times more expensive. So I drive the Tesla Model 3. At that time, choices were limited. It was either that or the Nissan Leaf, and Elon hadn't become a supervillain just yet. So how's the battery holding up? After all this time, it's at 84% health. Still giving me around 200 miles on real world range. I mostly charge at home to 80% and almost never drive more than 200 miles a day. The pay per mile tax is still another 2 years away, but honestly, it would take a lot for me to go back to a petrol car. I'm just so used to the way it drives, the acceleration, and not having to visit petrol stations at all. That said, EVs aren't for everybody. Trust me, after 5 years, I've heard every argument. The range can be an issue if you regularly go long distances in a single day, but technology has moved in 5 years. There's more chargers and fast charging is way more common now. And I've always said, if you can charge at home or at work, it's brilliant. But also, I know a lot of people who do rely on public charging and they just make it work. Hopefully this gives you a bit of insight if you're thinking of going electric. EVs don't hold their value particularly well, which means you can get used ones for a lot cheaper now. As always, thanks for watching.